Stellar XLM fans, I've got some great news to share with you. We're also going to talk about the possibility that the Fed may be lowering rates soon. That's right, I didn't say pause, I said lowering. We're also going to go over some market stats, juicy data live at the moment that's showing you that the ice is thawing. And yeah, like I said before, I think the worst is behind us. Crypto winter is over. And Santa Claus is rocking the Christmas background covers. Lover boy J Max starts us off, says, Klaus definitely has a very cool and unique sound like all these generic crypto YouTubers. I promise it seems like a lot of these others record in one building together too much like, yeah, it's the whole echo chamber thing. But to be honest with you, I share also comments that are negative to show you that I don't live in an echo chamber. Like, I even share the stuff of negative things too. Bank Atsu says, almost sounds like a leveling of the playing field. Yeah, seriously, the whole thing with BRICS is very interesting regarding that. I would definitely call it a leveling of the playing field and giving developing and emerging countries a better opportunity to make it. And I think we all could get behind that. Bitcoin sitting at 37,164, ETH 2023, XRP sitting at 6.3 with XLM, we're going to talk about quite a bit here, sitting at 11.6 but down 3.75. Quick, before we get into this, let me ask you XLM fans real quick, okay? Do you feel that XLM has a bigger chance of going sub 10 cents or going to 15 cents? Let me know your thoughts down below. More likely XLM go to 10 cents next or 15. I'm very curious on to see what you all feel. But we talked about the Fed pausing. Yeah, we've already had some pauses, right? But what about lowering? Listen to this.
Do you think the Fed is going to lower interest rates anytime soon?
I do. It's already looking to be priced in about a 50% odds by next May, which is
50% odds by next May. And you're like, well, Klaus, how can you track some of those odds? Well, as always, any article you see in this video and all my other ones will be linked everyone where in the description below. So check it out. We go to the CME Fed group. Okay, now for the next meeting, okay, 96.8% chance that the Fed is going to keep their rates the same. That next meeting date is happening December 13th. We're going to be live streaming it. Chat is always lit AF. It is a bunch of freaking fun. Seriously, don't miss out. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. But we're going to be doing a live stream of that. But the next contract, all right, the one in January, has the Fed, okay, 10% chance of raising rates one more time. Ooh, interesting. So let's go to that March contract. Now, March, you could see, look, people are starting to think. 23%, about 1 in 4 people out there that trade on this action are saying, you know what? We're gonna see a rate decrease by that time. Now, look what happens when I go to May. When I go to May, you're talking the potential. 10% of the traders right now are saying you're going to have 2 rate decreases by the May contract. With 1 decrease, 41% saying, guess what? We're going to be at a decrease. With 44% sitting there going, you know what? We're going to have rates the same as where we're sitting today. Track this stuff. It's really, really cool. All right. Binance CEO Richard Tang. We maintain a 1-to-1 backing for every user asset. Look, 1-to-1 backing doesn't really mean much. I mean, it just says you're mirroring customers' funds, which a lot of you out there are misled to think that that is like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing stat. But what about liabilities? See, Binance has never talked about their liabilities, so you can maintain a 1-to-1 all you want. But if your liabilities outweigh your assets, then you're in deep poop, aren't you? So it's totally cool to show proof of reserves, but that's like me telling you that, hey, my bank account, one of the numbers in it is a 2. Yeah, I mean, what do you do with that? You see what I mean? Like, you need the full story. You need all of it to make proper context. Now, I bring that up, context and story, because of this. Ripple's top partner and Circle's team up to transform Japan's financial landscape. This has nothing to do with Ripple. Nothing to do with Ripple. Japanese heavyweight financial SBI has begun cooperating with the issuer of USD stablecoin Circle as they plan to make a major transformation in the Japanese landscape. SBI Holdings, which is also a leading partner of Ripple Labs, like, you see what I mean? Partnership equals bullshit here. And this, again, this goes back to making sure that we have expectations and realities that meet. Because, look, now, because of some, how do I put this, clever wording, people are like, oh, oh, Ripple's top partner and Circle are teaming up to transform Japan. We're going to the moon, and Bentleys and everything's going to be moved, and XRPL and Japanese market. Yeah, except it has nothing to do with Ripple. So what bugs me about this is that you're not getting the full story. All right, Leia, stop. Sorry, interrupted by the dogs, but I'll leave that in. But my point behind this is that, okay, you're building these unrealistic expectations with taglines like this. Ripple's top partner. The reason they're doing this is because they're thinking, hey, you know what? If you're a Ripple fan, you're like, oh, an XRP, oh, this is juicy stuff. We're going to... No, and it's just to sell this article. Otherwise, this article is seriously boring AF. No one gives a crap about USDC, as I showed you recently, with their market cap just sucking ass compared to Tether. Now, juicy stats happening right now, right? You guys know where this stuff is found, right? Link in the description below. Okay, so I got TVL up on the market, and we've got a pretty good time frame here. We're talking 2018 to current. Now, what I want to show you is look at TVL. Now, look at volume, all right? Look at this, okay? Volume is highlighted in this deep green right here, and you can see just substantial chunkage of volume right here. Now, look at this. Look at this back half of 2022. First part here, chunk of 2023, and the months we were just in, okay? Look at September, okay? August, September, which weren't fun months for the crypto market. Now look at this. You're seeing it pick back up here in volume, and it looks like the lows that we had here from a volume perspective. Now, price perspective, we've seen from 2023 on, it's been juicy for price action, okay? Now look, I get it. If you bought before 2023, I get it. You're probably still in the red, I understand. But we're talking about 2023 on right now. The volume is holding it up, and it's holding strong. Now, what's really neat here is you could see some of these peaks here. Remember when the Silicon Valley Silvergate stuff happened? Yeah, that's when a whole bunch of money was transferred over to Bitcoin. So you can see when volume goes. Now, what I also wanted to share with you is this. So let's get rid of TVL. And the big thing I wanted to show you in regards to TVL is look at how much has been pulled out of the market. So yes, while volume is starting to pick back up, TVL is still just a shell of its former self. So let's take TVL off, and now we're just going to keep volume on. Now watch what happens when we do volume and stable coins together. This is stable coin market cap. Look at this right here. When we've seen massive amounts of reductions in the stablecoin, and this right here was the Silvergate Bank incident right here. And this right here is USDT. So when USDT burned down, look at what percentage that had, and look at the volume tied to it. Now, when you look at the volume tied into what happened with Silicon Valley and Silvergate Bank, it really didn't mess up the stablecoin market cap that much, which means a lot of people parked their money in stablecoins while the market was going crazy. So the market is definitely looking better and better. Now, the thing to see here is this little uptick right here. And what you're looking at, okay, is you're looking at the stablecoin market cap at 124 billion. Now up to 127 billion. So you're starting to see even the stablecoin market, right, starting to just pick up a little bit. People putting more and more money into it. It has to deal with confidence, has to deal with expectations versus reality. So when you put it all together, the story is making some definite sense here, okay? Some macroeconomic conditions happened, which made volume really, really juicy, where there was a lot of money thrown into the market as seen by the TVL in the deep blue here. Then what happened was economic conditions started tightening. You also had a crash of what, everyone? You had a crash of, yes, UST. Luna UST, actually, you guys remember that action. Now watch what happens when I shut away that. You could see when the Luna crash happened, not only did we lose in terms of stablecoin market cap, right here, but we also lost in TVL, a massive shrinkage of TVL, and that has to do with trust. So a big loss of trust in the market was when, yes, UST happened because we saw stablecoins going on, we saw volume go then to what, defensive plays and all that. But now you're starting to see the market pick back up, not only in stablecoin market cap, but also in TVL. Now, let's start talking about the big stuff with Stellar. And I got to ask you, if you're into this, let me know. If you're not, let me know as well. All right, this is from Stellar's Twitter. Introducing the Stellar Social Club, a community. Do you like how they did it there? But with you in mind, to be real, we can and should do more. And we know that the real communities are more than just responding to your Discord message, following back on Twitter, and catching up at events. Honestly, that's really good. Tying into the community is going to be key because the community is what's going to keep you going and keep things relevant. And it also is, think about this, right? Bigger community, you're going to have more devs, more resources, you're going to have also what everyone, right? More networking. That's very positive stuff. Continues. And we know that you, the Stellar community, are the ones who support the network regardless of industry-wide speculation, regulatory challenges, or published tweets that could have used an edit button. Good points being brought up there. So what's in it for you? A curated newsletter on all things Stellar, virtual and live event opportunities, early access to merch. But what's in it for you today? Well, the first 100 people sign up. Now, mind you, I'm assuming by now 100 people have signed up because this is just a little bit. I just want to see if any more deets were released with this. But anyways, they go on and on and on to talk about this. Now, I wanted to share with you more regarding this. And what I liked about this is they're trying to keep involved with the community and listen to the community. Now, I do get that a lot of you out there are going to be upset with price action, and you have every right to be. You have every right to be. As a performer, XLM has been a laggard in one of the worst ways. Seriously, it's not me being negative. It's just the chart saying, look, and when you compare it to other things that have been making the moves, XLM has just been its market cap has slid down. So there's some I think some negativity towards that where I think people are maybe a little upset. But this is a good way, though, for Stellar to connect with people, to make it not about XLM and price action, but to connect with people. And they have the steps on here, and they also have different ways that you can get involved as well. So check it out. I will all have this linked below. So as you've seen with the data, there's segments of the market that have definitely thawed, and in fact, it looks like some spring flowers may be showing up. Seeing TVL make a little bit of a rebound along with stablecoin market cap is a sign that there's definitely some trust coming back in. Is it far off from where we were in the good days? Yes. Oh my gosh, it is. When you look at the TVL numbers, holy crap, are we off. Volume, yeah, it's starting to pick up as well. So like I said, I think the worst is behind us. I think we flushed out a bunch of bad actors, Remember Do Kwon with the whole Luna thing, which caused the whole market meltdown to begin with? Yeah, like we're flushing out those actors, those Do Kwons, the Mashinskis that said, you know what, unbank yourself. Well, dude, how about bankrupt yourself? See what I'm saying? So the market is starting to flash signs that we're thawing out. And I'm kind of wondering now if this is also going to tie into like Fed's policy. Because remember, global federal banks, global central banks, global feds take cues from the U.S. Fed. They literally mimic it. Jerome Powell comes out and says, yo, 25 basis point hit. They're like, yo, Jerome said 25, we're doing 25. Let's go. It works just like that. So lining this all up, we could have some good action, financially speaking, going into 2024. The crap part about that, though, is knowing that we're going to have an election, which is going to put seriously like everything on pause. And it is just going to be an absolute mess. The globe is going to be on pause in 2024 back half because of the election. It's just, I'm not looking forward to it personally, just throwing it out there. I don't want to go on YouTube and, Lindsey Graham says that. Like, I don't want to deal with that at all. But the Stellar thing, what do you think about that? Trying to engage more with the community. Like I said, there's a bunch of you out there that are into it for the price action, and I get why you're upset. I voice your frustration often with your comments. But I also see this as a very good and humble way to work with your community. So seeing Stellar do this, have a social club, just another way to interact on a deeper level. And remember, the bigger the community you have, the better chance you have, because it's like a network. And again, more brains, more solutions, right? You get more input. It's just ecosystem, right? All right, what are y'all doing today? There's an auction, a really big auction happening tonight that I am definitely getting the dry powder ready for. Guess that means I'm not buying crypto, right? Well, yeah, because there's juicy auction finds happening right now. Speaking of, Gold and Silver Show had the first two on this channel right there. Check them out. Lots of fun. I share your finds on there. If you want to share your finds, well, check out the videos. I show you the directions on how to do it. And maybe I'll feature your finds in the next one. Till then, I'll catch you cool cats later.